This is the Bahamas Tonight, the Northern Edition. Season's greetings to you all. I'm Shashina Roll. As always, it is so great to have you with us. Topping news, motorists on Grand Bahama getting a pleasant surprise at the pumps just in time for the Yuletide season. This is the price of gasoline has dropped twice within the past 2 weeks. On December 5th, the price of gas decreased to $4.01 from $4.05, a savings of 4 cents. Then on December 15th, the price of gasoline was reduced to $3.94, a saving of 7 cents. In fact, we can confirm that the gas prices have been going down since September, when it dropped to $4.01 per gallon. Now, we were told that the decline in the cost of oil worldwide has led to the steady drop in the price of gasoline here on the island. The last significant drop in the price of gasoline on the island was in January of this year, when consumers saw a decrease at the pumps from $5.86 to just over $4. Residents say they hope this downward trend continues. In other news, the island of Grand Bahama, the focal point for the government as it launched what is being billed as a mega multi-million-dollar development project designed to fix an age-old problem in the Western District. The member of parliament for that area among those expressing great optimism during an official ceremony this past Friday. Joan Davis-Roll reports.
This is a Christmas gift for me, and I will enjoy it. And I will work every single day to see its completion.
The official commencement of construction of the highly anticipated $6.5 million bridge of the Fishing Hole Road coming as welcome news for scores of residents. The contract signing and groundbreaking ceremony for the new causeway described as a big day for the Bahamas, more specifically Grand Bahama. Member of Parliament for West Grand Bahama and Bimini, the Honorable Obi Wilshcombe, says the bridge is an idea which time has come.
Today is a big day for Grand Bahama, a big day for the future of this island. And I know that what we're seeing today bridges all that we've had of problems in the past. The future is bright. Our nation is on good course. And we're headed to success in all areas of the Commonwealth of the Bahamas. And so, Prime Minister, I wish to congratulate you, sir, because you don't talk about yourself, so we must.
The tourism minister with high praises for this country's leader, a man he hails for his visionary leadership, and one who has a track record of not only demonstrating the political will, but, he says, through many initiatives, has helped make the impossible possible.
Prime Minister, you may not appreciate all that you're doing for Grand Bahama and West Grand Bahama, but if I would sum it up, I would say it very simply that you have become the bridge to the future of West Grand Bahama. What you are doing may not be recognized by some, but if we want to stop and think about it, look what you have done. You have, led by Michelle Reckley, a vibrant urban renewal program that has taken hold in West Grand Bahama, and I want to thank her. She's doing an excellent job, showing tremendous leadership across the political divide. Prime Minister, when I was elected this last time, I asked that we open that clinic because it used to close at 4 o'clock in the afternoon. Now the clinic is open in 8 Mile Rock until 11, and it has caused a reduction in the stress factors and problems at the Rand Memorial Hospital, and more of my people are getting help.
Wilshcombe stated that the journey to the bridge began decades ago through the blood, sweat, and tears of persons he deemed heroes.
And by the name of Caleb Oughton, band together with some other folk, and led a charge here on Fishing Hole Road. He, with Mary Knabb and others, decided that it was time that we did something about this road. 10 years ago, Francis, Jane, and Wilma, they came through, and for many days we could not get through to Freeport. We could not bring help to our people. And there was a young man who drove the ambulance. His name is Marcus Garvey.
Joan Davis-Roll, ZNS Network News.
In other news, the National Insurance Board will soon launch an enhanced registration drive for residents to apply for their NIB Smart Card during a press conference held late Friday. Minister of Grand Bahama Dr. Michael Darwell noted that this card is essential as the government prepares to roll out the National Health Insurance Program.
As you are aware, the government of the Bahamas intends to begin phases and implementation of its progressive National Health Insurance Plan in January 2016. The National Insurance Board would facilitate registration for coverage under the National Health Insurance. In order to establish that you have coverage, it is crucial that all Bahamian citizens and legal residents have the new National Insurance Board Smart Card. As of December the 2nd, 2015, more than 29,000 new NIB cards have been issued in Grand Bahama.
Well, Senior Deputy Director of Operations at NIB, Cecile Williams-Bethel, says 25,000 persons on Grand Bahama have yet to apply. The local department will soon kick off its registration drive to ensure that they are accessible.
Beginning on Monday, January 18th, 2016, NIB will intensify the registration process through an enhancement to our services and an extension to our operating hours here in Grand Bahama. This will include 4 locations throughout the island. Additionally, on-site visits to businesses and organizations with a staff complement of at least 50 persons will be facilitated through the establishment of 2 mobile units. The mobile units will also be responsible for facilitating the registration process at all schools across the island.
Now, operation hours at the Freeport and 8 Mile Rock sub-office will be extended, and the West Grand Bahama District office will be open daily beginning January 18th. Switching gears now, 18-year-old Perry Russell of Frobisher Drive was arraigned before Magistrate Debbie Ferguson on attempted murder charges. He was not required to enter a plea to the indictable offense, and he was remanded in custody until March 21st. That is when a preliminary inquiry will begin. Russell is accused of shooting a 19-year-old male of Raleigh Drive area in Freeport 1 week ago. At last report, the victim was still detained in hospital. In other news, residents on the island of Bimini commemorating the 10th anniversary of the tragic crash of Chalk's airline. The seaplane destined for that northern island went down in waters off Miami on December 19, 2005, with 20 persons on board. Now, a special service of remembrance was held this past Saturday by members of the Bimini Pastors Council. Our John Davis Roll traveled to the island for the event.
It has been 10 years now since one ordinary day was turned into an extraordinary time of sorrow by the news that Chalk's Ocean Airways Flight 101 from Fort Lauderdale, Florida, bound for Bimini, crashed and 20 persons, inclusive of passengers and crew, perished.
Biminites reflecting on that fateful day, a day when the voices of Sophie and Bethany Sherman, Donald Smith and Jervis Donalo Stewart, Barty, Sabrina and Sabria Dean, Jacqueline Lavarity, Naisha Fox, Salome Roll, Genevieve Alice, Carolyn Burke, Michelle Marks, Paul Joseph DeSantis, Sergio and Jacqueline Delacourt, Lawrence Johansson Jr., Eric Johansson, Martin Nakako, and Richard Rectisi were hushed in death. During a special service of remembrance on the grounds of the Administrator's office, President of Bimini's Christian Council, Bishop Edmund Ellis, said, like the indomitable spirit of Biminites, the legacy of the crash victims must live on.
I come to let you know that even though that day on the 10 years ago was a sad day, I come to declare and decree that the day is a glorious day. Today is still a glorious day in Bimini. Why? Because we are still here. The dead cannot praise the Lord. But everything that have breath ought to give God praise.
Chief Counselor for the Bimini District, Robbie Smith, says out of this tragedy has come triumph.
Every anniversary, we should use the occasion to renew ourselves to excellence. We should use the occasion to demonstrate a greater sense of love amongst each other. Most of all, we should use this occasion to reflect on our own mortality, because one day we too will be called from life to eternity.
2 wreaths were laid in memory of the fallen in Bimini's Garden of Remembrance, followed by a ceremonial balloon release. Residents on the island of Bimini say December 19th is a day they will never forget, as they remember the legacy of their loved ones who passed in that fatal crash. In Bimini, reporting for ZNS Network News, I'm Joan Davis Roll.
Stay with us, there's more news right after this.